Alright guys, in this video we will be doing the Steel Mountain from TryHackMe. So the IP address is 10.10.153.245 and I have already run the Nmap scan. So port 80 is open and it says IS version 8.5 and 135, 139, 445. So let's check with the anonymous credentials or the null sessions. And you can see 8080 is open and also 3389 RDP is open, and there are some bunch of RPC processes. So let's go to this website 8080. Oh, we have also 80 port, right? So let's go to first 80 and open the 8080 in a new tab. So it says Steel Mountain employee of the month. So click on the Steel Mountain. So it's just refreshing this index page. Now press Ctrl U and you can see the image name is billharper.png. So that is the answer to the first question, who is the employee of the month? Bill Harper. So there is nothing out there here. So let's see directory listing. So we are forbidden, and you can see this is HTTP file system 2.3. so we have the version, and I did the same box in the hack the box. Its name is Optimum, I think so. So let's go and exploit file server. So now you can see HTTP file server 2.3. this is the one we are going to use now. So I have already mirrored this Python version, so this will not work. Okay. So first what this is going to do is it has some command execution here. So this search parameter have this command execution. So what it is going to do is we need to host the netcat file on the port 80, and then it will use this VB script, and then it downloads the netcat binary, and then using the netcat.exe it will connect to our IP address. So I have run this multiple times but it did not work. So you guys once give it a try. So we have authentication error. So let's use the Metasploit for now. So we have now access to the SMB shares. Now search for file server, and you can see reject to file server. So let's use this one, use 3 and show options, and you can see we need to set the rhost. I'm setting it as a global variable and set R port, that is on 8080. So we need to set this rhost, set rhost. So you can also put the 10.0 instead of IP address. Show options. So port is 4404. Now run this. So now we got the shell. So type the shell. So we are going to do manually from here onwards. Let's go to this build directory. Let's find what other users are there. So no other users, administrator and build. Let's see what groups the build has in. So only the users group. Okay. who am I priv. So let's see, we have some impersonation privileges. No, we don't have any impersonation privileges. So okay, I have running this one. So I am running this checklist and I came to know there is a unquoted service path. So we can see WMSC service get path name. So it will give name path name, right? Sorry. So it will give you all the services and its corresponding path. Okay. Now from here what we are going to filter is there will be some quotations here. We need to filter those quotations. Get name and path name. So in that we are going to grep not for these quotations, right? I think this should do it. You can see, so there is no quotations, so this should work. Copy this and ignore this system32. So even though generally we do not have some write permissions to this Windows system32, so we are going to neglect that one also. /v not to include and /i for ignore case. Now let's type system32. Okay, now we can see we have got some services, but we have some codes. So you can copy this again. Copy this. So in this output I don't want any strings. Okay, now we have some clean output. Now we can see advanced system care service 9, C program files x86. So generally this program files folder will not be writable, so we need to look the folders inside this folder, and we have the IO bit and advanced system care. So you can see there is a space in this, so we can take advantage of this. And in the other services we do not have some space, so we have the space on this one. Alright, so you can copy this one. So copy this, and I think we can use the icals command. So we need to include that in the quotes. Need to copy exactly without any spaces. So you can see here users have the inherit option and read execute, but the Steel Mountain build have the inherit, read execute, and also the special permission write. So we have one extra permission write. So what we can do is we can override this binary. So let's create the reverse shell. Windows shell reverse TCP lhost 10.17.7.239 and L port is, let's say, 1234, and let's use the encoder Shikata Ganai, and then we need to specify the output format as exe and output as. Now what we can do is we can name it as advanced.exe. So it will check the path here, see program files, and if there is any program.exe, it will execute that one instead of this ASC service.exe. Alright, so usually program files is not writable, advanced, so we can check that one. Alright, let's create name with advanced.exe. So advanced.exe has been created. Now what we are going to do is, we have this advanced.exe, we are going to host this using the smb server.py. So you can get this Python script from the Kali, it's defaultly installed. All you need to type is impacket-smb server and give it a share name, let's say share, and type in the password. Why that is running as a background, so my bad. Now let's run this again, and now we are hosting this entire folder in this share to name. So in this, what we can do is, we can copy that binary here, slash share to folder, and the file name is advanced.exe. So if you say dir, and you can see advanced.exe. So you can go to the desktop and grab the user flag. Now where is the path for this one? So let's copy the path, and we are going to this path, we are going to do this path, cd cd, put the quotations, and then changing into this directory. Now what we are going to do is copy this path where this advanced.exe is there. Let's say copy advanced.exe dot. So this dot is the current destination. So when you say dir, and you can see advanced.exe. So the service name is, so the service name for this one is Advanced System Care Service 9. Okay, this is the service name. So you can use the sc start the service. So service is already running, so we need to start the listener. So let's stop this one, and again we need to start this. And we did not get the shell, so because the advanced.exe did not run. Now what we are going to do is, let's say dir, so what is the file name? asc service.exe, right? So copy this one. So let's stop the service for now. Now we are going to replace this one because we have the write access, right? So copy advanced.exe to the ASC service.exe. Now override, press yes, so type yes, and now we are going to start this service. So automatically it will invoke this exact binary. I don't know why that advanced.exe did not run. So now run this and we get the shell. We are the system. So after seeing this one, they have said that we can use the powerup.ps1 because the PowerShell has been installed. So let's say PowerShell ps version table. So you can also run the link piece. It also will show you this unquoted service path. So you can see the PowerShell version is 4. So you can run the power up. So let's just copy. PowerUp.ps1 to the current directory. So I will show you one single one-liner to execute all the checks in this PowerUp.ps1. So all you need to do is PowerShell import module from the current directory, and the file name is PowerUp.ps1, and then put the semicolon, and then you run the invoke all checks. So within this one line you can execute all the functions. It will check for unquoted service path and any other permissions, etc. So now you can see so this is the ASC service.exe. We have took the advantage. Now there is another service, IU service.exe. Now let's copy this one. So checking service executable and argument permissions. So you can also run this function. So there are so many services. So always there are no or this one. So ICS put the codes and run this, and you can see we have the right permissions on this service. So you can also create the reverse shell and replace this binary directory. You can also try to put the iobit.exe, but I don't know why in our case advanced.exe did not run. So you try for this ioservice.exe. So without Metasploit there is a Python script that is not working for me. So you guys once give it a try without Metasploit. If the Python script did not work, you can try the Metasploit.